Manchester United 3, Charlton 0. United are through to the Carabao Cup semi-final after a quarter-final victory tonight at Old Trafford. Yes, the victories continue. The progress continues, KG. What did you make of the game, and how happy are you that we're this much closer to possibly winning a bit of silverware?
Okay, so first thing I thought, what did I make of the game? Again, it was what it was in terms of it starts well. Anthony gets that goal, and you think, oh, we're gonna see something here. Then I think it kind of just goes off the boil a little bit. You know, Man United, you could tell some of these players haven't played together, and it's just a bit. I want to use the word lackadaisical. That's if I'm trying to be a bit. That's if I'm looking at the negatives in this game. But Garnacho, if there's someone to praise, like you're talking about a youngster, actually two youngsters to praise in today's game. Actually, you're looking at what Garnacho's doing. It's a revelation. The guy is. Who knew that that's what we was gonna have? Who knew this player will announce himself to first team football? And what a first team footballer you got! Like Garnacho would be in the side all the time if Rashford wasn't keeping him out. Rashford's the one thing that's in Garnacho's way, because Rashford's the left-hand side player. But Garnacho today, you know, you take off Rashford and you say, all right, Garnacho, this is your time. I don't want to say you didn't miss Rashford, but Garnacho offers very similar to Rashford's game in terms of gets the ball, he's at them. Immediate attack. He doesn't give the left back a chance to just relax and like live. No one gets a chance. He's just at you. They might double up on him, and he's passing it back. People running onto it. He's done it so many times again. For Eriksen, quality performance. Like I don't know. I'm running out of words to describe how well this young player is doing. Someone asked me today, is he the young player of the year? Absolutely. Don't even need to wait for the end of the season. I can't see another young player having the same impact and effect on Man United. Late goals, winning penalties. Today, he was the difference. Today, I think, what do you do against him? How do you stop him? Confident on the ball. I had to, again, ratings upon ratings to him, and a special shout to Kobbie Mainoo today. Again, McTominay was meant to be his mentor, and he just led him astray. That was not the mentor he was looking for. The mentee played way better, looked solid in there in that double pivot role. Sometimes when you do things wrong, it shows. We shouldn't really notice you, and that's what his game was today. We didn't really notice what Kobbie was doing, even though he's doing a lot of things good. But you notice every mistake that McTominay was making. So again, ratings to him, ratings to the manager for playing him.
I mean, second half, like you said, the game, it was an interesting one because Anthony gets the goal first half, and it's a great goal. And we are going to talk about Anthony a little bit later on because I do want to get your thoughts on him. But second half, the game just kind of, I don't know, like you said, just kind of got a bit lazy, just a bit sort of slow. United were never really in any trouble. And you felt like Ten Hag maybe felt like, okay, I'm going to bring on some of the big hitters to try and freshen things up. And actually, it didn't really do anything like that for about 20, 30 minutes or so. It kind of just stayed the same. But when you've got people like Rashford on the pitch, when you've got people like Casemiro on the pitch, they have the ability just to switch it on like that and raise those levels, go up through the gears. And Rashford, it's another 2 goals. He cannot stop scoring at the moment.
He can't stop scoring, but I think we have to remember the spark. And the spark in that moment was when you bring on Facundo. I had to drop a bomb for him because, again, he comes on the pitch and it changes. He comes on and you could tell that there was an energy on the right-hand side that was needed in that moment when the game had kind of gone through it's gone through its moments and stuff. And Facundo, bit quick feet, and he just seemed like he's on it. He like, I need to do something. I need to impress. I've got a short time. It's a short cameo appearance. And then again, the other players I don't know if it gave the other players energy, but I know Charlton, the momentum is switched to a Charlton favor where Charlton scored. It goes to penalties. And it's, again, great game management. Get moved to, be 1-0 in the last 5 minutes, go for it. Now, Facundo changes the game, and then after, the other players react. You get Rashford running a bit more, and you get Casemiro and Rashford again. As you said, the Rashford point. Rashford's what 7 and 6. That's crazy. Yeah, forget about the opposition. Rashford's finding the back of the net. That's the most important thing to say. And again, Casemiro, big game Miro, Clasimiro, however you describe this person, yeah, he can't stop. He can't stop doing what he's doing. He's incredible.
Is Facundo the answer to the backup solution to the right-hand side?
He can't be. He's a great he's an option now. Now we know that again, Crystal Palace, the games like Man United playing every 3 or certain days. Now you're saying to yourself, well, if he can help out, you know, we missed out on Jan Felix, and I think Jan Felix could have probably played wide, you know, tried to give the if the first team players a bit of reprieve. If he's a player that we can now introduce to the squad to help out, it's an option. Again, it's like buying a new player because he's not been involved. This guy has been out in the cold for the longest time. So again, if he can come in certain games just to change things or give players a rest, I'm behind it. Now, when you talk about the right-hand side, though, again, I'm always going to keep that position. It's Anthony or Sancho. One of these two are going to be one of these two have to win the shirt, you know, and it's a good problem because you look at the other side and you say it's Garnacho versus Rashford. That's the competition, right? You know, Garnacho versus Rashford, Sancho versus Anthony, Facundo just having a peak like, yo, I could do something.
I was going to say, if you're saying though that the right-hand side, you're saying it's between Sancho and Anthony, where does that leave Facundo? Is he right to want to leave in January because he says, look, there are people ahead of me, and if his cameo is anything to go by this evening, he might be like, look, I've got something to offer. I know I've got something to offer.
Absolutely. And but then again, it's games. So if I'm him, I think he deserves a few more minutes against Crystal Palace. Again, that's because Man City derby, hell no, don't you dare. Yeah. But then the games after, you know, we play Man City, which is going to take a lot out of the squad, and we're going to need to rotate. We're going to need players to really step up. And Crystal Palace is not going to be any pushover. It's not going to be an easy game. So again, that's going to give us a space when you play these guys. Like I'd want to see Kobe back again in the Palace game as well, you know. And then after, then you say for Arsenal, we need to be all guns blazing. We need to be ready for that game. So that's literally, we have to be ready for that game. Like on top of Man United cannot let me down in that game. I'm telling you, please, United. That's the win. I desperately want the Man City win. We see the Arsenal win. I need it.
Finally, before we wrap things up, Anthony, he's on the score sheet again, back-to-back goals, but there's still going to be scrutiny over his performances, saying that he's one-footed. Are we going to just see performances like this from him this season where you go, actually, got on the score sheet, scored a goal, but still a little bit of a way to go when it comes to decision-making and that sort of extra technique that maybe he needs to thrive at United?
And I love it. I think the ceiling is high for him and the expectation is high, and he'll meet it. And again, this guy in the favelas and that, you know what I mean, playing without boots and stuff. Now he's here. Again, you lot calling one for his say what you're saying. This guy's 2-2. You know what I mean? So if you lot want him to get better, then let him get better. Is he going to develop to be both-footed? I doubt it. So it's something we're going to have to get used to. But again, his game can change when Ten Hag is still in the process of making us a truly attacking side. We're not all the way. We haven't finished our journey with this manager in terms of how we play. We're still trying to understand the movement is not all the way there. So I think, again, in terms of the team's progression, we're getting in the right way. Man United have just secured themselves in the semi-final. A lot of teams were in this competition. They are no longer here. We're still standing. So I'm going to give my team praise for that. We move. Come on, United.
Come on, United. KG, are we going to win the Carabao Cup?
I don't know. It depends on who you get next. I don't know. I've never said it on that one. I've never said it. I know I want silverware, but I haven't said it. I just want to see what happens. A lot will say to. I will learn a lot in these next 2 weeks. These next couple fixtures, I'm gonna know everything I need to know about Man United, and I'll start to speak as recklessly as you could imagine. But right now, I'm gonna wait, hold judgment, but something's coming.
The recklessness is coming. We're out of it.